this picture, it looks like it was taken by a potato, but Cerny's in a shopping cart. I believe a homeless man shopping cart, potentially.
Yeah, potentially. Allegedly.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again, or for the very first time, possibly.
Oh, yes. Well, what Cerny and I are not doing for the first time is celebrating wedding anniversaries.
This is true.
Literally, at the time of recording, today is my anniversary with my wife.
Well, congrats. Even I told you.
11 years.
Via Texas today.
I appreciate it, Cern. And then your anniversary is June 18th, correct?
Correct. So it's
I love how we just worked that out. Just because yours is like a month's like a perfect reminder for me to get my shit together.
So next year will be my decade.
That is so crazy because I don't feel like you guys have been together that long. Like if you had asked me, I probably would have said 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, so it'll be a decade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're not too far. I mean, you're just right on her heels. Right on her heels. So.
Always, it's like it's always that joke I always make with the birthdays. When people are like, "You're old." I'm like, not as old as you. It's like, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well, I hope you don't catch me, because if you catch me, I'm dead. Kind of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I like that. That's
I was always
good.
like the right on your heels, like, hopefully I never catch you.
Yeah.
In the,
just stay the same distance away that you are now.
Yeah. For
Yeah, and I was going back and, when Facebook, all the memories come up and shit, and it's like, oh, for our first year anniversary, we like went to Disneyland, we did this whole vacation, and then we would do these trips and then kids hit, and it's like, oh, cool, we like, we snuck off to the beer garden for an afternoon, kind of thing.
Same thing. It was like, go to dinner, come back, sit on the couch. That's about it.
Yeah, there's no, that bullshit that they show you in the movies. Like you got some fucking rose petals on the bed and candles and baths and all this stuff.
I hired like a pilot to spell your name in the sky or some fucking shit. Yeah, nope.
Absolutely. It's so funny how that kind of stuff is, and all I can think about is like my son just walking down and kicking over candles in the hallway or trying to pick them up.
Start a fire.
Start a fire in the house. I'm trying to be all sexy. Trying to be all sexy and stuff.
Wait, if you do light candles, like, okay, hold on. Is this reachable? Can they?
Yeah.
Can they touch it?
Hold
on, if I fall asleep, if I fall asleep, is this can this burn all the way down and like actually catch a fire? Yeah, you start doing like a little safety thing.
How does that work exactly with the candle? I mean, I understand generally it's not a good practice to like leave an open flame active in your house when you're not there. Generally, I understand that. I'm just curious why, if it's up.
It's in like a glass, like usually ours are like a, in a glass
they're like,
container. I've left them on like, I forgot like actually it was, it's funny you say that. It was like about 3 days ago, Jeffrey came down, was like, I blew out the candles that were lit all night. And I was like,
I can see outside. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just like, where were they? In the kitchen. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, thanks.
I could see if you had a cat or you got kids and it's somewhere where it could get grabbed and knocked. I understand that. But
this was in the kitchen, and it was kind of, it was like on the counter, those candles.
Or if you had it stupidly right next to your paper towels or something. Like butted up to your paper
next
towel.
to your gas can,
Yeah, and then
oily rags.
Right before you go up to turn in for the night, you just like turn the lighter on your stove, and you just click, just let that gas start seeping out.
Yeah.
I mean, then I see you got a fucking
Then
problem.
go for a jog, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the house. Drew you a bath, honey, and I also got I know you love toast, so I got a toaster just right there on the edge, and an old big tube TV. It's also on the edge of the bath, so you know, love you, sweetie, love you. And then are you kind of to the point? I guess this might just be my wife and I, but it's like we're kind of over the gifts. Like before any major holiday, if it's my birthday or Father's Day, we'll kind of agree for that year. It's like, oh, you know, last year we did a couple Disneyland trips. So it's like, hey, we're cool. We don't need birthday gifts this year. Like we'll kind of cancel those out to fund the other thing. Are you guys kind of making those concessions?
Yeah, we've done that, or it's just one of those, what do you want? We'll go out and we'll get it, you know.
Yeah.
If you have like for me it was like I was buying a fish or something like that at the fish store for my tank. But it's more for like the kids, you know, like the kids want to get a gift for me or for, you know, so it's like for Father's Day that was like they wanted it to, like, you know, because I said, I don't need anything. If I want something, I'll buy it. But the
only
kids,
mom can get me the gifts that dad needs.
That's right. You can't help it. It's only when you guys go to sleep.
Yeah. We'll find out why mom had the nickname 3-holer in college.
It's always like, so we have a 2-story.
I'm
more
just
listen. So it's one of those, like, I think she knows when I start lobbying the kids, like, guys, you want to sleep downstairs? You can have popcorn. You can watch whatever I start lobbying for. I start. You know, then she knows.
That's smart.
She knows what's going on. You know, she's always like, she always looks at me like, what? I said, I'm just trying to cover the bases. Come on now.
Hey, you know, maybe if the floor was empty, there won't. Do you have kids just crashing into your room at all hours of the night, or how does that work?
So Jeffrey's a little older, so it's a crapshoot. So you know,
it's a coin flip if he'll come in the middle of the night.
There was a few times where there's like a month where he just never came in, and then like there was like a couple weeks, 2 weeks in a row where he would just come in all the time. I was like, what the hell?
He was like relapsing.
Yeah. So what we did is actually got him a loft bed. So it's a ladder.
Oh. Plus, he's a night walker, right? Or sleepwalker, night walker.
He is that a night walker.
He's a sleepwalker.
He hasn't done that in a while, but yeah, he was like he would like rise like Dracula out of his fucking bed.
Would there be like a coffin opening noise coming out of the hallway?
Yeah. It was weird because
big organ.
Yeah, and you know what? For a long time, I thought sleepwalking is not real. It was scary as shit when he would do it.
Dude, because
I was standing in his room one time because I was just like making sure, like, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you were just checking on before you got to bed. Yeah.
I checked in, I looked, and like he just was like laying and is like sleeping. I could hear him snoring, and he like sat up, and I said, Jeffrey, and he just like put his legs out. His eyes are open. Like,
oh, his eyes are open.
Yeah, they're open, like he's awake. It's not like he's like closed his eyes like you see in the movies.
Right.
No, his eyes are open and he's awake. I said, Jeffrey.
Holy shit.
And he gets up and he starts walking. I'm like, Jeffrey. And he just starts walking away. And it's like, I yell, Jeffrey. And he just keeps on walking. There's nothing there.
It's like no one's home. He just autopilot.
The eyes,
or something.
The lights are on. Like he has like the lights are on, but he has that look like no one's home. He walk right past you.
Go to the bathroom or whatever.
But he would always like pee in the fucking corner of he'd pee in the corner of your room. Like, what the fuck? Because there was a couple times
like a dog or something.
He walked in the middle of our room one time. I remember I was like, this one I was actually laying in bed, and he walked in. I can hear the shuffle, and I sat up and I saw him, like, Jeffrey. And he pulled his pants down and started peeing. I was like, hey.
You're like, what the fuck?
Right in the middle of the room, I was like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? He just peed, and they pulled his pants up, walked back to his bed, and then he usually would like walk to somebody else's room and like lay on their floor like a dog or something and like go to sleep.
Really?
It was weird.
because you know, some of those murder shows that you watch and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, so and so was sleepwalking. Do you think it's possible that someone could like sleep murder somebody?
Yeah, I think it is because he would even.
What if you like gave him like what if you gave him a really? You're not supposed to touch him or interact with him, right?
You can touch him because usually it's like
you can kind of guide him back to bed.
Zach would guide him back to work or guide him to the bathroom or whatever it is when he would do it. But it was the weirdest. So then when we got the pool, we had to put like the extra locks and stuff on the door.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't want him going out there.
So he tried to do it once. I happened to be sitting in the room when we first got the pool. He came down and he started like going for the door, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. Having to be watching a show, and I was like, "What?"
Trying to get some night swimming for himself.
Yeah, and he was like trying to unlock the door, and I was like, "What are you doing?" You know, and I started like grabbing him, trying to lead him back to the room or whatever. I was like, "What the?" I said, "We need to." It's like one of those stupid chain locks, like it was higher than you can reach.
Yeah, like at the hotels.
Yeah.
So you can only open like 2 inches the door.
Yeah, and we have like a door now that so if you open it, it beep, 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 it'll beep, right. So like wake me up or whatnot. But I have a chain too, but. It's the weirdest thing.
You need one of those.
I thought it was always fake until I saw it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" He was standing like those twins and like The Shining or whatever at the end of the hallway. He used to do that. He'd be standing there, God. Like I'd go up like, "Holy shit!"
Red rum.
Yeah.
Red rum. I wonder if him going into the water, and like if it was cold or something, if that would like jolt him awake. Or have you done any research like what wakes him up or what causes this? I have no idea. This is fascinating to me.
We had to like report to the doctor when he's like he's.
Oh right, that would make sense.
Of course, it's typical like doctor. Is there anything traumatic to happen in his life? Like, he's 5. No, nothing. Yeah. Nothing is. He's 5 and both his parents are still alive, so he's not like fucking Batman.
Yeah, he's not a comic book character waiting to happen. He's not. Yeah, he's not like living out a Disney Disney movie screenplay or some shit. But how's the pool been? Been
88 degrees.
Oh,
so we started doing some. So as of this recording, I think it was last week.
Mm-hmm.
Took some little PTO.
Oh, they have been working like a dog.
Oh. I kicked right back in when I got back. Don't worry.
Right. No one's letting up.
No. They were calling me.
On your PTO?
They call me every day but like one day. And so I answered the phone at least like it was like on like Thursday. And I said, listen, I can't be this important. I can't be this important. If I am, then I'm underpaid.
You need more money. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That is the fucking. If you have to call me on my thing, I need a fucking raise.
Yeah, if it is burning down to the ground and I need to solve this, then I need a raise. But so I was on PTO, so I was like, night swimming. I started chanting night swimming.
Nice.
We'll wait for the sun to go down, do the whole night swimming.
Dude, it's the best.
It was because it's in the pool. Well, at least in that point in time, it was probably like 82 or something. So it still was decent. Warm. Yeah, so we jump in.
And air temp is what? 70, 73 or something? 75?
Yeah, it's cooler when you get out of there. Ooh. So we play a little tag, little night tag because you can't see, because it's dark. It's dark. So
you don't have do you have the lights in the pool?
No, we shut them off. Everything we blacked out. It was just everything was off.
Oh, you play tag in the pool. I got it. Okay. Nice.
The first night we did it. I woke up the next day. I swear, I was in a car accident. my body
worse than we would do the chicken fights?
Yeah, it actually was probably about the same. Where I was like,
oh my God.
Like I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I can't move. I was like, what do you do? What'd you do? I said, I think I played tag with the kids. She's like, you're old.
Oh yeah, I know.
Of course, my response, my rebuttal was like, if I'm old, does it make you?
Yeah.
Of course, then I never get any help after that. I got out of bed, Now, like you can lay there and think about it. Think about what you said.
Do you remember the chicken fights? But we were in our early 20s, like in what people normally would say is like your peak physical.
Oh yeah.
Your hangovers aren't that bad. If you do a crazy workout, you can recover really fast. those things would imagine doing a chicken fight now in our mid-30s. I think we'd be in the hospital one like a full body cast. Like we couldn't. Dude, it would be out of control, man.
I know it would be like that Simpsons where the Daredevil like fell down the gorge or whatever, and he's like in a full body suit, and he's like he broke his thumbs, you know. You're like, oh, that's all of them. That would be it, because I don't think I could move.
Oh, we would be ruined. I know what we were going to talk about today.
What's that?
Speaking of Facebook memories, the memory of me and Tony pushing you home in the shopping cart in San Francisco. And so this came up on Facebook a couple days ago. I don't know, there's no holiday particularly around, so I don't, but to fill everyone in, we've had 200 something episodes, so it's been a while since we've talked about this show, but
yes.
Our friend Tony and Cerny had giant season tickets together, and myself and my wife lived in San Francisco. So like,
this was roughly the 2006, 2007. We had
when the All-Star game was.
Yes.
So probably during the season, 2 to 3 times a month, every weekend, you and Tony would come down on like Fridays, go to the game, then you just stay on and watch the whole series. Yeah,
because at that point in time, we were in college, so college classes would end. Basically, you go for like Monday through Thursday.
Thursday at like noon or something, right?
Yeah, and then you would like kind of like clean up your shit and do whatever it is on Thursday. Friday, drive down chips.
Yeah, like every fucking week was a 3-day weekend in college. It was amazing. And if you're really smart, you just wouldn't have any classes on Monday either.
Yeah.
You just have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But anyway.
I think I had like a class on like the evening on Monday.
That was
yeah.
The fucking pits. But so this photo surfaced on Facebook Memories. Must have been at least 12 years ago. Probably like the first year we had Facebook. And the stupid pictures that we would take.
There was like maybe like 10,000 people on Facebook at that point.
Yeah.
It was like,
right.
It's like the generic like Facebook.
The Facebook. And
the Facebook.
This picture, it looks like it was taken by a potato. But Cerny's in a shopping cart. I believe a homeless man shopping cart, potentially.
Yeah, potentially. Allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean, we didn't like... I don't know. I don't remember. So I can't really be held accountable for any of that stuff. But then it's me and Tony pushing your ass home.
Yeah.
And then we were trying to discuss which night it was, but then my ideas were incorrect, and Cerny's ideas I don't think were correct either. So we don't know.
We don't know. Actually, I do know what night it is. So.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Allegedly, this is when.
Okay.
Your wife went to Hawaii. Remember, she went to Hawaii.
Yes.
So you had it was like boys' weekend.
Oh my God.
And
that already sounds like fucking the problem.
This is when we decided we wanted to try Incredible Hulks. So we were kind of broke at this point in time,
Yeah.
So we were trying to. So it's like, fuck, like a beer is like $9. Remember? So we used to go to this place around the corner, and we got a bunch of booze from there, from your place.
The liquor store?
Yeah, whatever it was.
Or the Blarney Stone.
It was the liquor store.
Okay.
Because we got Hypnotic, Hennessy, and we got a whole bunch of. We had like a bar, but it was like a Smirnoff, a bunch of cheap, whatever it was. So Incredible Hulks, for those who don't know, it's like Hypnotic and Hennessy, and it turns green when you mix it, so you call them Incredible Hulks. So we were drinking that, and you scored some snuff.
Oh,
like
from Sweden,
the
snus
stuff, like you.
The snorting stuff.
The snorting one, like the snuff.
The nasal
stuff,
snus.
Nasal snus.
Yeah.
Like the ones you see in like what was that old movie we watched, like Something of a Nation or whatever it is.
Oh, Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. They're like doing snus. Anyway, so we had that.
Yeah, you look like a coke fiend, but you're just snorting,
tobacco or whatever.
Yeah, ground up tobacco leaves.
So we had that. We had Incredible Hulk, we were like, we're getting a good base coat, as we like to say back then. Like we were like
base coat. We were probably just fucking swerving all over.
And then we took a taxi.
What would we do when we were drunk? Would we just turn the TV on, or we put on music, or would we just?
We turned the TV on. We used to watch the dramatic groundhog.
Oh, right, like a 7-second YouTube clip.
And we would play on loop.
I do remember that, just cracking up. Okay, so we took a cab.
And we went to the Giants game. The Giants were playing.
We got faded. We probably got drunk.
Yeah,
before the game. Okay.
Yeah, we went a little heavy.
Oh, because
at least you and I did.
Well, yeah, we know Tony's a fucking sandbagger. So the reason why we took a cab would be let me say this, and you tell me if this is accurate or not. The cab's way more expensive. We normally would take the bus, which at that time would be like $1 or $2, which is cheaper, but it takes much longer. So my guess is we were fucking around and we weren't paying really attention to the clock.
Fascinating and drinking.
Yes.
Like, oh shit, we got to get.
We're like, oh, it's 6:30. The game's at 7. We got to get there. So then we were.
And then we try to rationalize like, so the tab's like $30, but there's 3 of us, so $10 a pop.
Yeah,
we're good.
Let's just do it.
So we took a cab, and the Giants, I believe they're playing the Mets.
Oh, this is this day.
Yeah, because you had your Braves hat on,
that's
which you
right.
have on currently right now as
yeah.
recording, and that's when you got an argument with the guy about
Chipper Jones.
The Braves, Chipper Jones, and then I said Josh Hamilton because he was playing time was the best, so we started arguing with this guy.
So the Giants were playing the Mets, and at that time I was a Braves fan, kind of a pseudo Giants fan.
Yeah.
But I went to the game with the visiting team's division rivals gear on, like fucking head to toe, probably. Just look. Yep. So basically, I was trying to start some shit.
Yeah, and we were already. We weren't even sitting in our seats. I don't even know if we sat in our seats because we were walking around and drinking and.
Yeah, and will we get beers when we were there, or is that when we would be smuggling?
No, yeah,
flasks?
we kept it. No, we had beers. I remember we had beers, and we had the Irish coffees. Remember, because we were like,
oh right, because it was cold,
and we're like, let's get some coffee or something. We're like, Irish coffee is even better. We started doing that.
It just can't be. Let's get coffee. It has like let's somehow get booze into this.
Yeah, let's get booze. So I remember us doing that, and then arguing with that one guy, and that was the same night that those 2 girls came up. And they were walking by us, and you said, "Hey, this is how a wingman does it." He told us, and then you like shouted at him, and they came back. Yes, and they came.
I
back.
said that.
Yeah. I just remember I was like, oh, because I remember telling like, holy shit, Chipper actually got him to come back. And then remember, like we were standing in the middle of that walkway, and that guy with the ponytail came by and said, "Hey, you guys got to move it." And we said, "Okay." And the girl said, "Fuck you, asshole." And then he came back over, and we're like, we don't know them, and we started walking away.
Wait, were these? Oh no, never mind. I'm convoluting 2 stories.
I remember them because I'm saying, "Hey, fuck you, asshole," and it was like, "I'm taking all your guys' names. We don't know them."
All right, we just left.
Yeah.
We probably ran back to our seats in 137.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was confusing that with the night that was also you, me, and Tony, and for some reason my wife wasn't there. Maybe she was doing law school stuff, where we were at the Harry's bar, and we were sitting next to these 2 women.
So that's actually the same night.
Oh, it is?
It is the same night because we went to Momo's, which is across the street, but for whatever reason, I don't know why I can't really remember why we didn't go in.
I feel like it's probably too expensive. Like we thought it would be too expensive.
There was a line outside, so we went to Harry's.
Which we would always go there because we felt really cool there because it was like an older kind of early 30s, late 20s, early 30s bar. And we were 21, so we thought we were like being really mature by showing up absolutely probably fucking shit-faced.
We were beyond shit-faced. And then, so at this point, I can't remember which James Bond movie had just come out. Was it Casino Royale?
Probably the Casino Royale. Yeah, that sounds around the right time frame.
And that was like, we used to watch that. So we used to get martinis.
We're such easily influenced assholes.
Chipper We always get it with the twist. I always give it 2 olives.
Yeah.
Always extra dry.
And that's when Tony wasn't really drinking his thing.
No, remember, but I ordered him
okay.
anyway because I was shit faced. It's like, and I told him, you gotta drink it. You plus or whatever say. So, and then those girls invited us to sit with them. Remember, he's like, come sit with us because I ordered the martinis. I came back and you're like,
right.
And you were sitting. I was like, where are you? You're like, pull up a chair. And then Tony was like left off in the lurch.
Yeah.
Remember, it was like you and I were sitting at the table and Tony was off to the side.
And didn't they go, hey, you should buy us some drinks or something like that? Do I remember that? And we were like, no, we don't do that stuff. we don't play that game.
So, and I remember we did. I remember like we said that, like, oh, come on. They started doing that thing like, oh, okay. So we did. I remember buying them drinks.
Okay.
And then the girl that was sitting next to you said Bruce Springsteen sucks.
Right, and I was getting very offended. I'm sure.
So you started arguing with her about how he was the best, and it was back
Because
and
he's
forth.
the boss. I mean,
and that's when that's when they got the food. Remember they got the food?
Yeah, those burgers and the fries and stuff, onion rings.
And then like the girl like stuffed the flaming hot fries in my mouth, and I screamed in the whole restaurant because she's like, "Try these!" And I was like, "Oh!"
I do remember that. I mean, they were fucking. I think they're like dripping fryer oil still.
Yeah, right. It was like right off the fryer. It was just like they pulled off, and she like stopped in my mouth. Ah! And then the argument continued. I forget whatever happened. She says, "We don't want to hang out with you guys anyway because we're lesbians." And you said, "Oh yeah, well prove it." And they started making out at the table, and then they left. He's like, "Well, that made my night." And she left her burger and her drink. So you drank her drink and ate her burger, and I ate her food and drank her drink.
Oh my
Tony
God.
couldn't drink his drink.
So you had his.
Had his, and then that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Why? Well, first of all, it sounds like we all would have got coronavirus back in the day. But
yes.
why would they
have,
yeah, this is pre-COVID-19. This is COVID-01 or COVID-03,
07.
7. This is the 7th corona or COVID rather. Why would they leave a full? Were we just that annoying to them that they were like, let's just get out of here?
I think so.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, we were annoying. Oh, we were.
I'm sure we were
plastered beyond.
How embarrassing.
And then think back like, oh, boy.
Yeah. Oof, I would. And then
How to do that?
And then hold on, let me see if I'm predicting this right. We probably realized we had absolutely no fucking money, so we decided we were going to walk back home.
Yes, we did because we were out of money. So we walked back home. That's when I was like holding on to you guys, and like swinging back and forth.
Right. Oh yeah, like when
you
you're
guys are good friends, bud.
When your kids are little and your mom or the two parents are walking, and the kid wants to hold hands and swing, and it fucking just tears on your shoulder all day long. It was like that, but with a grown-ass fucking man doing it.
And then you got tired of it, so that's when
we found the shopping cart.
Yeah, and then pushed me home.
Wow. And that is...
So I remember everything up to...
How do you remember that? You were the most tanked out of everybody.
Because it was after I drank Tony's drink, because I remember everything...
That put you over the edge.
Yeah, and then when Tony said, I don't want to drink this, I'm going to leave this. And I was like, I paid for that shit. Give it to me.
Right.
So I drank
and this is the place where a drink is like $12 for a martini or $14 or something.
We didn't have enough to get home. So that tells you our financial status at that point in time. So I was
and
like, I'm not dumping $12 down the drain. Give it to me.
How financially irresponsible are we that we don't have money for a cab home, but we're buying drinks at the ballpark and we're going to an upscale bar? But then I guess we're eating food that was going to get left over.
Oh, net for the day. I think we're good.
Net. That, and then how could our bodies take so much alcohol? Like, do you think that your body would
even your wife says, I don't know how you guys are still alive. Like after a few of our benders that we would do. I thought about it. I was like, I don't know either.
Could you get yourself that drunk again now? I don't think I would. Like I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it either.
Because after a couple beers, I just kind of get full now, and I stop.
Yeah, I get full and I stop. Where it's like, oh, if I have another one.
You start thinking about the
woken
next
up at
day.
like 7:30. Fuck it. You don't get to sleep until noon, and like, oh, I'm gonna have a greasy burger, and then like
going to
rest
work.
it off till 5, and then I'll fucking tie it off again. Hair of the dog. You don't do that shit no more.
Now, what do you think? Another one of my favorite stories from this time, and this is when we were at 20th Avenue, 20th and Anza, in the Richmond district in San Francisco, and this was Tony, or his Yount, as he's known in some circles, his 22nd birthday.
Yeah.
So that would have made Chip and CERN
21.
Fucking very green 21.
Yeah.
And
he was always CERN's birthday's in March and Chip's is in May.
Yeah.
Tony's is in September.
So he was already he's like a half a year older than us.
He's always like 6 months or so, roughly, ahead of the, he was always the one in high school where, he had his license first, stuff like that.
He could buy your dip for you, or for me. So it was his 22nd birthday. You guys came down, and I have a feeling that we probably were like, oh, let's take it easy.
Yeah.
We're just going to go for a beer. We heard about this bar.
Pig and whistle.
Smash cut to the, 6 hours later. We are probably. Could you imagine my poor wife, just sitting at home watching TV on the couch?
She was actually, I think I do remember this. She was actually setting for LSAT, so she wanted us out, out of the.
Yeah, and just hearing 3 grown men's bodies slam into the front door while we're trying to get the keys to open it up. She probably could have heard us like a fucking block away, just yelling.
Was that the same night? No, that was the Denny's night. That was the one where.
Well, Tony's birthday was when we went to Mel's.
Yeah. Yeah.
We passed out in the booth.
Yeah. We passed out in the booth.
That was great.
We got an argument with the cab driver because we said we could give him a tip.
Yes.
He said, no card. I said, okay, well, we only have the exact change. He said, no card. I was like, okay, you get no tip then.
And then we just got out and started running home.
Yeah, pretty close to.
And that's when we went to Mel's, and you and me were in the urinal next to each other, and I remember we both vomited into said urinal. And then we went back to wait for our meal. And I remember passing out in the booth.
I remember going back, waiting for our meal, and then opening my eyes, and it was in a box in front of us.
And the guy, I remember the waiter going, "You guys don't look so great."
So I don't remember that.
I remember he said that. I'm like, yeah, let's just box this up, man.
I remember Tony, it was his birthday.
He was probably good. He was probably sober.
Oh, yeah. It was his birthday, and you and I were completely trashed. That was when the guy, last call, he gave us, a
pint glass of
gin and tonic, and you were drinking old fashions.
Oh, I thought it was on. I know we were really into Guinness as well, too.
Yeah, but we didn't have beer at that point in time. We were at a hard hour.
Oh, yeah. We had switched. Because that seems like a great thing.
We were drinking beer, and then we switched to liquor because we were rookies at that point in time. And you're right. You had a Captain
and Coke or something, probably.
Captain and Coke.
Yeah.
But it was in a pint glass, and I had a gin and tonic in a pint glass, and I was like, oh my god.
Almost. Is your stomach hurting a little bit just thinking about?
Yeah, my head. I was like, oh, the headache that would.
And then we probably just did it the next night too. That's the crazy thing. By the time when it was time to drink, 4 or 5 in the afternoon, we were ready to go again.
I remember waking up I'm never doing this again. A scant 4 hours later, I'm like,
oh yeah, I think that address had the most alcohol because we were putting numbers up there.
Oh.
And then, do you remember the one night that you and I split an 18 rack of Heinekens? Just you and me, and we smoked
Swisher Sweets.
And then my wife came out to sabotage us and serve us White Russians because we obviously would. Remember how into Big Lebowski we were?
Yeah.
And she's like, "This will be great," and I'm like, I remember throwing up a ton. That it's disgusting. What was the night with the spicy Chinese food? Do you remember that? And that's when we had.
I don't even know if we
that
were
was
drinking.
The grossest night ever because remember you tried to get to the door to go throw up outside, but you couldn't make it.
Oh yeah.
And then I also couldn't really make it to the toilet in our room, so we had double internal throw.
Man.
Oh,
because we had a bunch of drinks, And then it was a good idea to eat these peppers. Remember, because Tony had a pepper from the.
Or I had one,
Kung Pao.
and I said, "This is spicy as fuck," and you guys are like, "You're being a little bitch," and I was like, "Try it then."
And then we all had one.
We're just
and
drinking
it was
milk.
fine. Yeah, but no, we all had one. Remember the first round? We're like, Chipper is being a serious bitch. even your wife, remember? She said, Chipper, like we all had one, and then we all had another round except for Tony. Remember, Tony didn't have the second round.
God, he's so soft.
It was just the three of the two of Raz and I had another round, and I was like, oh my god, like my mouth was like on fire.
Yeah, like the hot sauce challenge we did at Thanksgiving.
But it felt like this one. Remember, I remember it feeling like someone actually had a flame in my mouth, like it hurt so bad. And I remember like sweating.
Oh my god!
And then we like tried to like wash it down with beer and like get milk. So we started chugging milk.
Oh,
it was just.
Did we go out after? Yeah, we must have gone out. Or
I think we did.
I also remember a phase that we went through that we were all really in. Remember we had the Beatles rock band, and when Guitar Hero and Rock Band was really popular, we would just get drunk at our house and just fucking jam.
Have a jam session.
Like we were like the fucking Allman Brothers in the 70s. You know?
You want to get a jam session?
Chip and Cern.
We start pulling. Remember we used to start doing pulls with Jameson and doing the jam session.
Mississippi Queen, you know, and we play the Beatles. We do pulls from Jack Daniels.
Right above us. No, it was Jameson. Remember, like we used to like, I got Jameson. We started doing handle pulls. I'm like, oh, God.
Like we thought we were actual rock stars. We were playing a fucking video game.
Yeah.
Jesus. You know, our kids
if we
are
had
going to be doing
ball,
this.
I'd do it off this. Oh yeah.
Our kids are going to be doing this.
That's why I'm usually like, even though my little guy's, he's 8, when he starts doing stupid stunts like in the pool and stuff, I was like, I remember doing
What are you going to do? Tell him to stop, and then he's going to just go do it at someone else's house.
Yeah. So I was like, I remember doing that.
Yeah. I mean, as long as, totally.
I always tell my wife, buckle up.
Yeah, wait till he hits fucking 16.
Buckle up. I did some wild shit.
And that's... So honestly, I don't think that we were that crazy. I thought we were pretty normal, but telling stories to your wife, she just shakes her head. I've been there a couple times when we recanted a couple of these stories. And
she's like, why would you do that? And I remember thinking back like, you know what? I don't know. I can't give you a good answer as why I would do it.
Well, one, it was really cold at Giants games, so we had to be warm from the inside.
That's true.
We did have that one streak where we would always bring a flask in. Remember, we all got like cool flasks.
Yeah, and we used to like. Well, remember like Joe used to like put him like in his crotch because they never check your crotch at that point. Right.
Yeah. Or you just put it like right behind your belt, and they go dee, and you're just like, oh yeah, look here, my belt. They're like, okay.
Oh.
Well,
you like dump it into the.
Yeah, just buy like a half of a Coca-Cola and get an extra glass and go 50-50 with CERN and just put the Jack in there.
Yep. Someone drank the first half, and you just like
extra little thing.
Boom.
Right, but I mean, I don't know. I think I remember I was probably making $25,000 a year or something, living in San Francisco.
Yeah, I think I was
I was
working part time at.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making like $12 an hour. It's like we literally have a drink that would be an hours of work.
Yeah. Now I look back and I go to the store and it's like we just went to a wood store because we're doing some wood stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, $200? That was a good deal for what I got.
Good impulse.
I mean, back when we were there, I would be like, holy shit, that's like a whole 2 weeks of working.
We never would have. Yeah, it's like a month. It's a month on the clock. I don't even think we would even went to a place like that because it wasn't even. When you're not making any money, you're not doing any hobbies.
No, there's no hobbies.
You don't have a cool, like, you're not getting into vinyl or,
No.
Your hobbies are drinking and smoking weed and going to games or whatever.
Partying, yeah.
Yeah, and partying. And that's your only hobbies. You don't have a... Were we doing the podcast? No, we weren't doing the podcast at that time. We had put the pause on it. right?
Actually, this is pre Chip and Stern Show V1.
What? Oh,
Chip
right.
and Stern
'Cause
Show
that didn't
V1
start
was like
till we moved to
2009.
Roseville.
Yeah, 2009.
Man, Cerny, mind and cock like an elephant, like they always say.
They always say.
Well, have we had any good drinking stories with Joe?
I don't know if I've had a few.
Yeah, but those have been
where
more
Joe
kind of
came
like,
over, like we started doing.
But this is like adult drinking, though.
This was adult drinking. This is when I actually owned a house, but we were still drinking. Like we started doing like White Lightning or something. I don't know why.
What
No,
was
I don't
that?
know why. Like this is like the fucking moonshine.
Oh
Shit.
Christ!
And
I don't fuck with any of that shit now.
this is what was this girlfriend's name at the time with the angel wings tattooed on her back? Aubrey. And
Honestly,
she wasn't.
Don't even remember this person.
Yeah, I know. She's forgettable. But anyway, at this point in time,
Hashtag Team Joe for life.
Team Joe for life. He was over. Even though he was with her, he was solo. So for what I don't know why we had the fucking moonshine out, and I don't know who brought the moonshine. It was cherry moonshine at that.
Oh, that sounds kind of nice.
It was delicious, but it fucking
High
turned
octane though.
Oh boy, Adam was there.
That wasn't. I always found it fascinating drinking with our friends' parents.
Yeah,
Like that was such an interesting time.
I don't know, I don't know what happened. But we were there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we end up at this.
Oh, you left your house.
Pool. I don't know how we got there.
Uh-oh.
I have no idea. I think. Actually, I do know.
Did your brother drive you there or something?
No, I think it was Dana's old girlfriend at the time. I'm not gonna say her name.
That's fine. Yes, I know who you mean.
So she drove us to this pool hall, Folsom Lake Bowl, and there was like a pool table and stuff. We kept
and
on
a
drinking
bowling
there.
alley and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, but we were in the bowling alley. I don't know.
I don't think I was there. I definitely wasn't there. Okay. It was probably
And Joe started like trying to like play pool with these fucking guys.
Oh, is this when he got kicked out or like almost got in a fight or something?
No, that was a different time.
Okay.
But he had gotten like, and his girlfriend Aubrey was going to drive us home. She was there, but she wanted to play some cards because they had a card room, so she went and played some cards.
Wow.
It was a whole, I don't know.
That sounds wild.
It was interesting. As I look back, I'm like, oh, you know what? As I look back, Chip and Stern, we put ourselves in some predicaments, and I was like, I don't know if I want my kids to do the same thing, but I won't be mad if they tell me.
Yeah, we did do a couple silly things, but such is life, I suppose. Yeah. Well, I'm sure everybody has some fucking great drinking stories from your misspent youth in your early 20s. So where would they send those stories to, Stern?
You can send us to chipandsternshow@gmail.com, or you can reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anything Chip and Stern Show. Just search Chip and Stern Show and find your path of communication.
Yes.
We will answer. And
I'm going to tell you right now, if your whole story can fit into 140 characters of a tweet, it's probably not that good.
It's not good enough.
We need a fucking...
Say, hey, I'm searching for a good story. We'll work something out. We'll show you how to drink.
That's true. Oh, yes, if you want to create one. Also send us an email.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
I can drink.
We
don't play beer pong. I don't need training wheels to get drunk. We'll show you how to get drunk.
That's been one of my... Okay, we will wrap it up after this, but I feel so strange